Okay guys, so today we are going to build together a WordPress website from scratch, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. And also, just hold on. There you go, better like this. Just one second. Let me reduce the size. Okay. There you go, 1 second. Oh. All right, okay. Oh my goodness. Well, that was brutal, wasn't it? I'm really sorry about that. Okay, as I was saying, we are going to build a WordPress website together from scratch, step by step. And don't worry if you don't have any prior experience. You don't need any web designing skills or any coding skill, any of that, because we're going to use a page builder, a drag and drop page builder, which is super user friendly and super easy to use, as you will see. But I'm not only going to show you how to build one website, but any website, depending on the type of industry or your field of business, your area of business. You can select any of those templates, any of those layouts here on screen. So as you can see, some of them have an agency tag. So these are premium version, these are paid version, but all the others are free to use. So as we scroll down, there are many to choose from, literally hundreds of different layout and templates to choose from. Now, let's say you are a freelancer. Let's say this one here. You could use this one, but obviously you'll have to change the picture. You'll have to change the heading and some content, maybe change the logo as well. Maybe you want to change the colors. I'm going to show you how to do all this, how to tweak things around and make it your own. Or if you have a roofing company, you might want to go for this one instead. Or maybe you're a chef, you want to select this one. So depending on the type of business and industry that you're in, you're going to select any of those layouts or templates. And as you can see here on screen, there are many of them to choose from, and they all look very fantastic, as you can see. So it could be a fitness industry, you could be an architect, even wedding and all that. So let's go ahead and select one of them and let's start the installation. Okay, so I had a quick browse and I think we could build this one together. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's very suitable, I think, for our tutorial because it has all the pages you might need. A home page, about us, services, portfolio, frequently asked questions, and contact page. You have 2 extra buttons, call to action here, get a free estimate and an appointment. And also we have directly on the home page an inquiry form. And as you can see, if we scroll down, it looks absolutely gorgeous and very professional indeed. So this is very nice. So let's go ahead and let's work on this website and let's build that together. Okay, so I've put together a checklist of all the tasks we have to take care of. So some of them are very short, just a few seconds, and some of them a bit longer, maybe 5-10 minutes. But we'll go through all of them. So I've prepared that list for you. I'll put the link in the description below. It's actually hosted on my own website and you can access it whenever you want. So you can go back to it each and every time you're working on your website and tick those boxes one by one. So very practical, very handy indeed. And as you can see here, we have our initial setup, customization, and then the final tweaks before launching your website. So as you can see, the very first step is to get our hosting and to register our domain name. So let's take care of this first. So let's go ahead with this. And for that, we're going to go onto my website, mrwebreviews.com. And you can type at the end here /hosting, just like that. Or you can click on the link here in the menu bar that says hosting. Or you can click on the very first link in the description below. Any of those methods will bring you to the same place regardless. So let's click on this now. So let's click on hosting. And this will bring us to the Hostinger website. Hostinger basically is where I host all my Mr. Web Reviews website for my tutorials and all that. And the reason being is that, number one, they're very competitive price-wise, very, very competitive indeed. And they provide an excellent service and very good support team as well. Because when it comes down to hosting, obviously, you're going to run into issues all the time. It's inescapable. It will happen. But what you need, obviously, is quick response time when something happens. If your emails are not coming in, if your website is not displaying properly, or if something happens, you can contact them immediately and make sure that it's looked after immediately. So this is very important indeed. And as you can see, this is a co-branded page that I have with Hostinger. And the reason why it is a co-branded page is because I negotiated special terms for you guys so that you can benefit from it. So as you can see here on screen, you can save up to 80% off of the normal price, the regular price, and you get free domain registration, free SSL certificate, and free Cloudflare as well. So all together, absolutely outstanding conditions indeed. And I'm also going to give you a promo code, Mr. Web Reviews, that will give you access to an additional 7% discount at checkout. So all together, absolutely outstanding conditions they are offering here. So let's go through all the different plans. So let's scroll down a little bit here. So as you can see, they have 3 different plans you can choose from. So these are shared hosting. You have the single, you have the premium, and then the business one. So as you can see here, it starts at $0.99 per month. So $0.99 per month. So that's a bit less than $12 a year. And this one starts at $2.19 per month for the premium shared hosting. And as you can see, this one is the most popular one. Now, what's the difference between those 3 different plans? Okay, so this one, the single, as you can glean from its name, is only for one website only. So please bear in mind that if you want to create more than one website, this one might not be suitable for you. Whereas the other 2, as you can see here, it's 100 websites. So 100 websites, it's almost unlimited. To be honest, 100 websites, this will require a lot of work before you reach that. So storage space, we have 30 gig of SSD storage. So 30 gig, it's plenty. Let's be honest, that's a lot, Before you fill that up, it's already a lot. And 100 gig, 200 gig here. So they use SSD storage. SSD storage is the fastest hard drive available on the market, which means that your website will be lightning fast to load, which is absolutely great and crucial as well for your ranking. Now this one here, the single again, you can only create one email address. So what does that mean? Well, if you have yourdomainname.com, so whatever URL you're going to select, you can only create one email. So it could be info@yourdomain.com, and that's it. That's it. You're limited at this. You can't add any more. Whereas with the other 2, you can create as many email accounts as you wish. It could be info@, sales@, yourname@, or whichever, so this is unlimited. Now, another important factor as well to consider is this one doesn't have the free domain. Those 2, you get the free domain. So the price of the domain is valued at $8.99. So if you factor that in again, please bear in mind and factor that into the equation, of course. And you don't get Google Ads credit either. So all together, as you can see, this one is definitely the most advantageous one, the best value for money. So what we're going to do for the sake of our tutorial, now you can click on any of them. You can start with this one. It's all up to you. But this one being the most popular one, I'm just going to click on this for the sake of our tutorial here. So let's proceed with this. Now here we have to select our billing cycle now. Now we can select among 4 different options. We have 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, and 48 months. So obviously, the longer the subscription period, the longer the billing cycle, the cheaper the rates. As you can see here clearly, you go from $10.99 per month to $2.19 per month. So that's a quarter of the price, isn't it? So you can make big savings here. So you can go ahead with just 1 month if you wanted to try things out. But bear in mind, they'll charge you a $4.99 setup fee. So this is additional, obviously. So it will cost you $10.99 plus $4.99. So let's scroll down here, plus taxes. So it's almost $20 for just 1 month. Now, bear in mind that if you select 12 months, you see the difference immediately. You can save up to 45% now. So as you can see here on screen, this would cost us, including the savings, $71. So let's scroll down very quickly. So the normal cost, the regular cost would be $131.88. But thanks to Mr. Web Reviews, you get a 45% discount, which is 60% discount, plus taxes, so which brings the total to $88.41. So which is very affordable for a full 1 year, including including domain name, including SSL certificate, including free Cloudflare. So all this is included. Now, if you go for 24 months, so 71, normally 70 times 2 would be 140 for 2 years. It's only $90, you see. So you go from 71 $290. So it bought $20 extra only for an extra year. So the second year only cost you $20. Now, if you wanted to go for 4 years, so $90, that's the cost for 2. So times 2, that would be normally $180. It's only $105. So massive savings. As you can see, 80% savings. So this is absolutely amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Normally $527 down to $129. So it's really up to you. You can choose among those 4 different options, which one suits you best. Okay, so let's just select 12 months for now. So let's scroll down, and in here you have to type in your email address in that field. And then as we scroll down, you can see we can select the payment method. So we have credit card, PayPal, we have coin payments. So coin payments, it's all these virtual currencies like Bitcoin. And then we have Google Pay. So as we scroll down, we have our review. So as you can see, we get free SSL certificate, free domain, free Cloudflare, free setup as well. So the total discount 45%. Now I'm going to give you an extra promo code. You're going to type it here. So have you a coupon code? Yes, we do. And we're going to type Mr. Web Reviews all in capital letters right here. And click the plus sign. So as you can see, the total now $88.41. And we're down to $82.21. So maybe another $5 saved again. So you can see the total discount 49% at the moment. And this is absolutely amazing. It's half the price basically, you know. Okay, so next step, we have to click Submit Secure Payment. Okay, and then we have our payment method here, PayPal. So I selected PayPal, so it's redirecting me to the PayPal checkout process, obviously. But if you selected card, it'll be another one, and so on. So basically what you have to do now is just go through the checkout process, and that's it. And once you've gone through the whole checkout process, you will receive a couple of emails, obviously, from Hostinger with confirmation and all that. And once your account has been created, you'll be able to log in into your account here from the back end. So back to the Hostinger website, you can simply click on Login. And you're going to type in your email address and your password that you used at registration. Click Login. Okay. So this is our H panel. So normally it's called C panel because Hostinger, the name starts with the H, they renamed it H panel. So that's basically it. So from here, as you can see, we can claim our free domain. So this is our very first step. So all we have to do basically is click on Claim Domain. So there are different extensions available. As you can see, we have .com, which is the most popular one, .xyz, .website, .space, .me for personal website, .press, .info, .net, so you can choose any of them, obviously. Now again, .com is the most popular one, you know. So if you want to register your domain name, just type in the domain name you wish to register. Now bear in mind that it might not be always available, you know, because .com is the most popular one. Obviously, someone might have snatched it before you, so you might have to go through a few different options. So let's say you want to build a website for piano lessons and you're based in London. So you can type in London piano lessons. Keep it simple, you know. Now, this might not be available. If you click Claim Domain, it might tell you that it's not available. So what can you do? Well, you can try another one. You can try Piano Lessons London. So you can change the order maybe, you know, or try different options, obviously. So once you're happy enough with your domain name, type your domain and then click Domain, Claim Domain, sorry. And as you claim your domain, you will have a message that says that the domain is available or not available. If it's available, then perfect, go through the whole process then. And now that we have our domain name registered, we have to set up our hosting. So how do we do this? Now, if you scroll down, you can see we have setup here, a setup section, and we have to click on our premium shared hosting. So at the moment, I have 2 of them, as you can see, because I have more than one account with Hostinger, but you'll have only one line. So you just either click on the title or on the setup button. Either way, click on this. Okay, so as you can see, we have a welcome message here. So start now, just click on that. So name your website. So you have to choose your domain. So the domain name we just registered should appear here. But if it doesn't, click on the drop-down menu and go and click on it. So just select your domain name. So at the moment we selected Piano Lessons London or London Piano Lessons, or your domain name, whichever you registered, obviously, you know, and then click select. So which way do you want to go? You want to build a new website, or do you want to migrate your website? We're not going to select either of them. We're going to click on the small link here that says skip. I will start from scratch, because this is what we're going to do. And that's it. We're already done now. Let's finish setting up. So all we have to do is click finish, setup, and the setup will be done. All sorted already. Well, there you go, guys. That wasn't that hard, was it? So let's go back to our checklist. And as you can see, we have our hosting sorted. That's done. We can tick that off. And we have our domain name registered as well. We can tick this one off as well. And we set up our hosting. This is done. Oh, 3 tasks done already. Very, very efficient indeed. Now we're going to create an email address and install WordPress on our server. And for this, we'll have to access our hosting now. So as you can see, once your hosting is set up, you'll have a new section here that says hosting, which means that your hosting is ready to use. So we can create our email address and set up and install WordPress on our server. So let's click on the domain. So basically you have your domain name here again. You know, I have mrwebreviewstutorials.com, obviously for the tutorials here. That's the one I'm using. But again, it will be Piano Lessons London, whatever you registered. So click on this. And this is our H panel. As you can see, with all the different sections here that will allow us to work on our website. So we have WordPress, we have order, account, emails, domains, website, files, database, advanced, and other. So basically everything is here, all the nitty-gritty, you know. But don't worry, you don't have to touch all of these options. We're only going to use 2 of them. So the first one is email accounts, which is this one. So we're going to click on this. And as you can see, this is how we create an email address. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to create an email address. So as you can see here, we have the name at yourdomainname.com. So I'm just going to create here test email at yourdomainname.com. And then you have to create a password. So you can generate a password yourself or you can type it yourself. That's all the same, you know. So let's go and create this. And there you go. Just like that, we have a test email at mrwebreviewstutorials.com created. So that's it. Very simple, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly delete this myself because I don't need it. And we're going to proceed to the next step. So next step, we go back to the top and we're going to install WordPress now. Okay, so we click on website in the sidebar menu and we're going to click on auto installer. And as you can see, I have a few websites installed here already. My Mr. Web Reviews for all my tutorials. But you will have your domain name showing up here, you know, London Piano Lessons or yourdomainname.com, whichever it is, it will show up here. So all you have to do basically is to scroll down and go to the WordPress section here and click on select. So from here, first thing we're going to do is make sure we select HTTPS. So this is for the SSL certificate to make sure that our website is safe and secure. So let's click on this and then mrwebreviewstutorials.com. So this is yourdomainname.com again. So you have to create a username. So I'm just going to put Mr. Web Reviews here and you have to create an admin password. So I'm just going to create one very quickly here. Okay. And then you put in your email address. Normally it should already filled in with your email address. That is going to fetch that from the email address you had a registration. But if it's not there, type in your email address. And then we're going to put in the website title. So Mr. Web Reviews or Piano Lessons London or whichever it is that you're going to use. And then we scroll straight down to the bottom. We take always update to the latest available version, which is what you want. You always want to be up to date with WordPress, which means that your website will always be secure and performing perfectly, you know, to optimal performances. And then click install. Now this is going to take some time, maybe 30 seconds, a minute. So don't be anxious. This is normal. Let it run. It's doing its thing basically, you know. So just let it run, and I'm just going to pause the video now and I'll meet you guys when it's completed. Okay, so that's WordPress installed. That took about 60 seconds, I'd say about a minute. You won't get any message letting you know that installed. You'll be redirected to this page basically. So when you see this page, that means that WordPress is installed. So let's go back to our checklist. And now we can tick this one off. Now 2 more steps. So create an email address. We've done that. And we've installed WordPress as well. That's it. Very good. We're making great progress. So now we're going to take care of our WordPress dashboard. So let's head to our WordPress dashboard. And there are 2 ways to access your WordPress dashboard. You can either access it using your hosting account. Click on dashboard right here. And you can see we've edit website. So if I click on this now, it's going to bring us to our WordPress dashboard without having to enter any credentials whatsoever. So there you go. This is our WordPress dashboard. Or you can type use your web browser and type in the URL in the address bar, yourdomainname.com/wp-admin, in which case you'll have to type in your credentials right here and click login. So either way will work fine, and they'll both bring you to the same place, which is your WordPress dashboard right here. And welcome to our WordPress dashboard. Now on the left hand side we have our menu section, and in the middle here this is our preview of any tools and whatever we are working on. Now we have post, we have media, pages, comments, appearance, plugins. All of these are basically tools that we're going to use to configure and customize our website. Now we have appearance. This is all to do with our theme and how the website looks like. Plugins are additional pieces of software that we can add in order to add features to our website. And then we have users, tools, settings, etc., etc. So let's start by setting up our website properly. So we go into settings. Now we have our site title. So this is the first thing we need to take care of. Obviously, we have our website. We want people to know exactly what it's about. What is it called? So in here, you're going to put in your name. So in my case here, it's Mr. Web Reviews. And then we have our tagline. So a tagline, basically, it's very important because it will show up in the Google search result. If someone is looking for your website and it comes up, you will see that tagline each and every time, almost each and every time. So it's very important to put something compelling here. So I'm just going to type in something compelling goes here. Okay, that's enough. And then you make sure your email address is correct here, because this is your admin email address. So all the emails that will be sent to you and important messages and warnings of your website will be sent to that email address. So make sure you have it correct. Then after this, that's basically it for our settings here. And we click save. And there you go. And then we go into our permalinks. And we make sure that we select post name. So basically, this feature is to make sure that our website is SEO friendly. So when Google goes and crawls your website, make sure that it understands easily which page is and what is all about. So basically here, if we select this option, if it's your About Us page, it will display yourdomainname.com/about-us, which is very easy to spot and understand for Google, and of course your visitors as well. So we just click on this now and just click Save Changes. Okay, and then we go into our plugins section now. So plugins. Now, you see on screen we have all the list of our different plugins here. Some of them are activated by default and installed by default. We don't need all of them. To be honest, we're only going to keep this one here. So we're going to deactivate all of them. So select them. All those who are in blue, select them, tick them, and then click deactivate. Click apply. And now we're going to delete a few of them that we don't need. So you're going to select Opt-in Monster, Hello Dolly, Google Analytics for WordPress, delete that, All-in-One SEO, delete that, and Askimet Anti-Spam, delete that. So we're going to delete all these, delete, apply, and we're going to install our own set of plugins now. There you go. So this one we're going to keep it because it's a Lightspeed cache, which is going to speed up your website using a caching feature. But we're only going to activate it at the end of our tutorial when your website is ready to launch, because this will impede what we can see on our website while we're working on it. So we just leave it as is for now. So we're going to add a few plugins now. And for this, we're going to click on Add New. And in the search box, you're going to type in maintenance. And we're going to install the very first one here from Web Factory. So they have more than 500,000 active installations. So it's a very popular one. So let's click install. There you go, nearly there. And then all we have to do after this is click activate. Okay, very good. So what is a maintenance plugin? So basically, while you're working on your website, you don't want anyone from the outside world to access your website and see messy pages, maybe, you know, or unmatched colors and something that's not neat and professional. Obviously, your website you're working on it is not finished, so you don't want anyone to see it until you're ready to actually publish and go live. So this is what a maintenance plugin is for. So if we go now in the menu section here, click on menu. We're going to make sure that our plugin is activated, enabled. As you can see, it's green. So it might be off when you install it. Just make sure it is on and then click save. So let me show you what that means. So if I open our website, so this is our website. This is what it looks like at the moment. It's not really nice looking, as you can see. It's very basic, but we're going to change that later in the next step. So this is what our website looks like. So if we are logged in the admin panel as an admin, we can see it ourselves. Now, if I go and open an incognito page, so let's say if anyone from the outside world was to access this website, this is what they'll see. As you can see now, we have maintenance mode is on. So obviously no one can access it unless they have the admin credentials, which is you basically. So you'll be the only one who can see the website. So we can tick a few boxes again. So this one is done, general settings. We have permalink, SEO friendly URLs done as well. And plugins, delete some, add new ones, done as well. So we're all sorted for now. And we have our, maintenance mode as well is done. So now we're going to install our theme. As you can see, this is our next step. And then work our way up to designing the rest of the website. So very good progress already so far. So this is what our website looks like at the moment. So it's very basic. As you can see, this is our default theme that's in WordPress. This is the 2021 theme. So we're going to install our own theme now to make it look fantastic, beautiful, and professional. So let me show you how to do this. So we go into Appearance, Themes. Well, these are the themes that we have available. This one, the 2021, is the one that's installed. So we're going to click on Add New. And in the search box, you're going to type in Astra. Just like that. And this is our theme here, Astra theme. So we're going to install this. If you hover on top, there's an install button there. So click on that. So it says installing. So bear in mind, this is going to take a few moments, depending on how fast your internet connection is. Okay, so nearly there. And then the next step is to click activate. There you go. So now it is installed. Thank you for installing Astra. So did you know Astra comes with dozens of ready-to-use starter templates? And this is what we are going to use. We're going to use the starter templates. So basically, these are pre-built websites that we can use, templates that we can use, thus saving us a lot of time. We could do it from scratch, you know, and design every page one by one. But it's so much easier to work from something already and then tweak it around to make it our own. It's much easier indeed. So let's click on Get Started. It is activating it now. And in this next step, we have to select our page builder. So it's a drag and drop page builder. So you can visually see all the changes that you make on your website. So it's very user friendly indeed. And you can select among those four. So we have Elementor, Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, and Breezy. So Gutenberg is built into your WordPress installation. And then we have Beaver Builder, Breezy as well. But from experience, Elementor is by far the best, the most comprehensive one. So we're going to use Elementor for our tutorial here. So click on Elementor. And there you go. Now you have all these templates to choose from. So these were the templates I showed you at the very beginning of this video. So remember, we have the agency ones. So these are premium ones. and all the others are free. So you can use any of the other ones for free. Or if you want to narrow it down, you can go into the drop-down menu here and then select free. Now it's only showing up those free ones. There's no paid version here. All these, look at that. All of these are free of charge, free for you to use. So you can select any of these basically for yourself. Now, if you don't like these, if you don't find one that's suitable for you, for your business, you can always select agency and go for paid version. So as always, I'll leave a link in the description below. It's up to you really. If you wanted to go with the premium version, fair enough. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. But for our tutorial here, we're going to go with all the free options. So select free. And the one we wanted to do was related to doors, which is this one, Windows and Door Services. So we're going to install that website now, and I'm going to show you. It's so easy to import it, very easy, just a few clicks, and you'll have that website ready-made for you. So let's click on this. Now, we have more than one page. Obviously, you have home, about, services, portfolio, frequently asked questions, and contact. So you can import just one page at a time. It's up to you. So if you only wanted the home page of this one, you select import home template. So you'll be importing only one page at a time. And then you can do that with different templates. So you could go back here and click on this one and say, I like the About Us page from this one. Then you can import the About page from this one, and you can then mix and match among the different templates here. So for our tutorial, we're just going to select the one template and install everything. So let's click on the Import Complete Site. So all you have to do, just one click. So this is our last step. So we have to enter a few details here, select whatever, click Next. And then you can enter your detail here, email address and all that. I'm just going to skip for now. It's all the same. So this is going to take a few minutes. Again, depending on how fast your internet connection is. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. It's okay. Just let it run in the background. Don't be too anxious. So what I'm going to do, guys, now I'm going to pause the video and I'll meet you when it's completed. So there you go, guys, all done, imported successfully. So that took about maybe a minute and a half here from where I am. So let's go back to our website now. So this is what our website used to look like. Now if we refresh, boom, just like that. Look at this. We have a beautiful website, all ready-made, that we can customize to our own taste now. So let's do this. Okay, so we can tick one more boxes here. So install theme, this is done. So our next step is homepage. Let's make sure it is mobile friendly. So let's do this now. All right, so for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard right here, and we're going to click on pages. So these are all our pages. We have about, contact, FAQ, home, portfolio, privacy policy, sample page, and services. So we can delete this one, the sample page, because it's not part of our website. It's just a default page that comes with WordPress. So that's it. So these are our actual pages, the same as we have on our website right here. So how do we change our pages? How do we customize them, edit them? Very simply, if we hover on top like this, you can see we have a few options. We have edit, quick edit, trash, view, and edit with Elementor. And this page was built using Elementor. So we're going to click on edit with Elementor. So just for our tutorial, I'm going to open this in a new tab so I can easily go from one to the other. But you can open it in the same window. It's all the same. It's just this way I can go from one page to the other and show you all the different stages. Okay, so this is our actual Elementor page. Again, on the left-hand side, we have our menu section with all the different elements. And on the right-hand side here in the middle of the screen, we have our preview. So how does Elementor work? Very simply, so if you hover on top, you can see the plus and an X here. So this indicates a section. So if I click on this, you can see edit section. So this is a section. If I scroll down, we have the same plus and X here on top. So this is another section. I scroll down, this is another section. So these are different sections. So sections are different stages and blocks, basically, if you wish. And then each section is made out of different columns. So it could be one column like this. So if you click on this, this one is a column. If we go here, that's another column. So there are two columns here, basically, one on the left, one on the right. And each column is made out of different sections, different elements, sorry. So if you click on this, this one is a heading. I believe this one is heading as well. And this one is a button. So if you click on this one here, this one is a shortcode. So they all are a bit different, and I'm going to show you what they mean and how to change this around and make it your own. So let me show you all the basics, basically how to use Elementor, because once we've established that, it'll be easy for you to work on any pages, any other pages, including this one. So if we go back to our elements here, this is our menu. We have all these different elements we can use. So we have heading, image, video, button, divider, spacer, portfolio. You can see loads of them. So some of them are in this free version. This is the pro version. There's a padlock. But all the others are free. As you can see, these are free as well. You can have a progress bar, icon list, image box, testimonials, etc., etc. So how does it work? Basically, I'm going to show you very quickly. All you have to do, if you wanted to add some text, let's say in between those two here, all you have to do is click on this, drag and drop it where you want it. And as you can see, it's highlighting it in a blue color where it's going to be basically. So if I was to drop it here, it'll be positioned right in between those two. And now if you wanted to edit this, all you have to do is edit the text. So type your own content here. And then I can tweak this around. I can use the style feature. So the style feature is for the font you want to select. It's for the text color, the type of alignments as well. So basically here I could select a different color. If I wanted it to be a bright green like this, it could be bright green, no problem. If I wanted to change the font, I click on typography and I can select my font. So maybe I want something, let's say Poppins. It's a very popular one at the moment. And I can change the size. I can make it bigger. Let's type it like this. I can make it thicker as well. I could make it very bold like this, or maybe a bit less, just like that. Let's say 700 maybe would be fine. You can transform. It can be all uppercase. It can be all in lower cases. Capitalize. So each of the first letters will be in capital letters, or just normal, just the way you typed it. So let's put all in uppercase, and you can add a style, normal, italic, maybe, you know, if you want it slanted. And then you can add text decoration, underline, overline, line through, and so on. So it could be like this. Maybe it was a before and after. It's really up to you again, you know. And we can decide the line height if you have more than one line, and so on. So as you can see, it's very easy. And then all these tabs are common to all these different elements. And then we have the advanced. So this is if you want to add spacing on top, spacing at the bottom. So let's say if I wanted to add some margin and padding. So what's the difference between margin and padding? Basically, margin is the space in between two elements, and a padding is a space within the same element. So as you can see, we have a blue frame around here. If I add a padding, it will push the text down from within that space. Now, if I add a margin, it'll be between this element and that element, between those two. And then we have background, borders. You can add borders as well. You can change the background color. So let's just go and add a color here. So it could be one color or it could be gradient. So let's say you wanted to add a gradient color. You would start maybe from white and then go maybe to a darker color. As you can see, this is gradient now. Or you can add just one single color and just select your color. And then it could just be white or any color you want, just like that. And then we can add a border as well. So what type of border? Solid one. Okay. What's the width and the color? Let's go with the white color. There you go. And then we can have rounded corners as well. Border radius. And we can change a few different things. Can make it thicker or maybe thinner. Just like that. So as you can see, there's a lot of different options, and you can obviously customize each and every of these elements. And then we can move them around. If you grab it, you can move it. As you can see, you can put it on top, or I can reposition it here at the bottom, maybe underneath the button. It's up to you really, again, you know. And then if you're happy enough with this, you can update, save your work. And if you want to delete it, right click on this. You can delete it simply by clicking on the delete option here. So that's it, all gone. Now let's say you've made a few changes and you want to go back in time. You have the timeline here, history. As you can see, these are all the steps we've taken so far, what we've done, and you can always go back. As you can see, our button, our content is back. We just deleted it, but it's back now. So we can go and edit that again if you wanted to. So very simple to use indeed. As you can see, it's fairly user-friendly. And it's the same with sections. You can move those sections as well. You can move them around. The same principle. Let's say if I wanted this one above this one, all I have to do is grab it and then drop it here. And now you can see we've changed the order of our page. So let's put it back just the way it was. Go back, moved, and that's it. We're back to our normal settings. So let me delete this now. Delete. And let's go and change our home page here. So let's take care of our background picture here. As you can see, we have a house in the background. So let's say you are providing piano lessons. So you wanted to put a picture of a piano maybe. So what we do is click on this section here. So you see all these 6 dots. Click on this, and this will allow us to edit the section. And then we go into style. And you see here, this is the actual picture. So if I click on this, this is the picture in itself. So the size of that picture is 1900 pixels by 1080. So that's the regular 1080p basically. So if you wanted to change this picture, all we have to do again is click on this and we can replace it with our own. So we go and upload a new file, select file, and then you select your own picture. So I went ahead and found one of a piano. So select this. Again, make sure it is high resolution, at least 1920 by 1080. And then all you do is insert media after this. And as you can see, we now have a piano in the background, which is much more suitable for us because we are providing piano lessons. So this is basically it. Now let's say this color here, you know, there's an overlay background color here. It's maybe too dark, maybe you don't like it, maybe you want to change the color as well. How do you do this? So you go into background overlay and you can see the color is dark here, it's a dark color. So you can change the opacity. So basically it's at 0.8, so that's almost opaque. So 1 is fully opaque, you can see through, and 0 is clear, basically, there's nothing. So you can change this. And the reason we use a background overlay is because when there's none, you can see it's not easy. There's no contrast between the text and the background. So it's not easy to read. And since this is the first thing that your visitors will see when they land on your website, it's very important, crucially important to have it right indeed. So you want to make sure that the opacity is right, but not too dark either. And you can change the color. So let's say you would rather have a red color or maybe blue. You can change this around just by selecting your own color here. So let's say we go with a full-blown red, just like this. Maybe this red here, maybe not too bright, just like that. This is different. And now you can change this maybe. There you go. Or maybe a blue. Let's go with blues, maybe more professional than red. So let's go with a brighter blue like this. There you go. So this is nice and might make it a bit more opaque. Just like that. I think this is fine. Yeah. Maybe a bit darker blue. Sorry. This is too bright. There you go. Just about there. Then you can click update. Now if you go back to your home page, this is what our home page used to look like. Now if we refresh, there you go. This makes more sense for piano lessons. Okay, so let's change our main headline here and the text here. So we go back to our Elementor section. So you can simply change this by clicking on this. And you see here it says, J'adore, more than enough choices. So this would be normally your main teaser. Let's put it this way. So you need to tell your visitors in the simplest manner what it is that you do and fetch their attention, catch their attention within just a split second. So when someone lands on your website, they don't have time, obviously, it's their first time there. You have to make it as simple as possible for them to understand what your website is all about and what you have to offer. So in this case, we could put basically all the essential information for them to decide whether or not this is for them. So piano lessons, usually you go to someone's house and show them how to play piano, or they might come to your own studio. So in which case people might be wondering, where are you located? Where are you based? So you could put this, for instance, first. So you could put here London, Central and Greater London. Let's say if you were based in London. So when someone lands on your website, they know immediately, they can address, oh, not at all, I'm based in Dublin, that's not for me. Or I'm based in Paris, this is not for me. I'm in New York, this is not for me, definitely, you know. So they'll know exactly where you're based. And then in here, this is the most important one. This is where you're going to put the striking, the most important, the most impactful reason why they should stay. So what is it that you offer? So let's say you offer private piano lessons. So this could be one. Private piano lessons. Oops. There you go. Just like that. Make it as simple as possible. Now, if someone lands on your website, you would agree, they'll see Central and Greater London, private piano lessons. There is no doubt in their mind what you offer and what this website is about. Very simple. And then in the text section here, you'll add some additional information that will help them to understand immediately from there if this is the right choice for them. So you could say maybe learn how to play piano from the comfort of your home or from our studio based in Central London. There you go. Very simple, isn't it? This way, anyone can identify if this service is for them or not. Now, obviously, this applies to any type of business, any line of business, any field or industry you're in. So you can tweak this around to make it as appealing and as straightforward and clear for your visitors to know exactly what you do. Now we have 3 call to action on our homepage, which is too many if you ask me. We have appointments, get a free estimate, and send a message. So we have to streamline this and make it easier. So maybe we'll have 2 options. Request a callback, which would be one that they can use from within office hours. And then we could have make an inquiry or book an appointment, which would be a second option that they can use and fill out the form outside office hours. So let's do this now. So go back to our Elementor page here. So as you can see, we have this one here. So we're going to use this as a book an appointment. So we're going to put this book an appointment. So in this case, they could use this outside office hours or even within office hours if they don't want to ring you immediately, you know. And then this one would be linked to request a callback. So we're going to change the content here. And instead of get free estimate, request a callback. There you go. And we're going to link this afterwards. I'll show you how to do that. So let's take care of our form here. So if we click on this, you can see it's using a shortcode. So what does that mean? A shortcode, basically, it's when Elementor is using features from another plugin within the WordPress installation. In this case, it's the WP Form plugin. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard and we're going to click on WP Forms. And as you can see, we have simple contact form and the ID is number 6. And if you go back to our page, this is WP Form ID number 6. So this is the exact same form basically. So we're going to edit this form and tweak it around to make it your own now. So let's click on this. And we're going to start by changing the name. So we clicked on this and we're going to put a book, an appointment, so that we know exactly what this is. And we can even put homepage, so we know exactly which form it is. So we go back to our fields. So we have the name, email address, phone number. So this makes sense. Select required services. So if you click on this now, you can see entrance doors, sliding doors, garage doors. Obviously, this is not suitable for us, so we can maybe delete them. So remove these. And maybe you can ask service you need. So maybe from your home, and maybe from our studio. There you go. Simple. You could ask them, where would you want to have the lesson? Oh, services you need. So where will the lesson take place? There you go. We can save. And then additional message, you could ask maybe for their location. So you can see here it says additional message. So you can go into the advanced option, and in the placeholder we're going to type in your address, because you need to know where they're based, basically, you know, and then that's it. So this might not be mandatory. We're not going to make it required, because if it's in your studio, then you don't need the address. So let's put it this way, and then save. Now we want to make sure that this email, this form, once filled in, and once they click submit, that it's going to reach your email address. So what we do now, we go into settings, and we go into notifications. So as you can see, we have admin email. We're going to change this with your email address. So type in your email address, so mrwebreviews.com. And this way, if someone submits the form and clicks submit, it will go straight to your email address and you'll receive the notification. So let's click save. There you go. So let's go back to our home page now, and if we refresh, you can see we now make an inquiry. Oh, sorry, I didn't save this now. We need to save this one as well. Update. There you go. Now we refresh. You can see now we have Central and Greater London, private piano lessons. Learn how to play piano from the comfort of your home or from our studio based in Central London. And then we have book an appointment, your name, email, phone number. Where do you want the lesson from? From your home, from our studio, and your address. So let's type in John Doe, and John Doe is john.doe@gmail.com. Let's type his phone number. We select from our studio, and we can send a message. There you go. Book an appointment. Thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. Now, let's go back here, in here. And the confirmation, you see this message, thanks for contacting us. You can tweak this around as well, just by clicking on the confirmations here. So this is the message. Thanks for contacting us. We'll be in touch with you shortly. So you can change this and tweak this around again to make it your own. It's really up to you. So there you go. So let's have a look at the email I received now. So this is the email received. As you can see, we have John Doe, we have his email address, his phone number, and where will the lesson take place? From our studio. So all the information is right here, and you can easily contact them and get in touch with them to book the appointment then. Now back to our home page. So let's continue with our changes here. So let's go and change this number. Okay, so all we have to do basically is to click on this. So maybe instead of toll-free call, you want to say contact us, and then maybe 9 a.m., 5 p.m., and then change the number here. All you have to do is simply type in your number. So you could put 0123456778, whatever it is. And you can make it bigger, smaller. It's up to you really. You can change the font. As you can see, we have the HTML tag. So H1 is very big, and then H6 is a bit smaller. So you can change everything, tweak it around. Maybe you want it to be a bit more discreet, although H3 seems to be absolutely perfect. So this is our header section sorted out for this bit here. And we're going to change this as well. So request a callback. We have a contact page here. As you can see, we have contact. And what we'll do is that we replace this form with the request a callback form. So I'm going to show you how to create a new form as well and insert it into your contact page. So we'll do that when we look after our contact page. So just for now, let's continue with our home page. So back to our home page here, and let's go to the next section. So as you can see here, we have the About Us section. So important as well to give some context to your visitors. Who are you? How long have you been in business? Where are you based? All the essentials basically. So basically the About Us can remain the same. This is absolutely fine. And the subheading here, you can change it around. So, and basically you're going to tell them a little bit about you. So maybe you could say something like this. You could say, hi, I'm Andrew, a professional piano player who decided to pass on his knowledge to the next generation. This sounds nice and friendly, so this is absolutely great. And in relation to this, you might want to change this picture, obviously, make it your own and change it and maybe show a picture of Andrew playing piano. So all we do basically is click on this, on this pencil, on the small pencil here, then click on the image itself, and we're going to upload a new picture now. So select file. And I went ahead and found this online. There you go. And then we can insert the media. And as you can see now, it looks absolutely perfect. Now we have, hi, I'm Andrew, professional piano player. And you can see a picture of Andrew smiling and playing the piano, which is absolutely great. And now you can fill in this section here to give a bit of background story. Maybe I've been a musician for over 20 years. This is my passion since I was a kid, and so on and so on. You know, you need to make it so appealing that they will decide to get their piano lessons with you, obviously. So let's go down to the next section. Oh yeah, don't forget each and every time to save. So click update so that we're sure that it's all fine. Let's have a quick look at our home page now, just quickly, just to make sure. There you go. As you can see, very nice, isn't it? Looks very professional. Now you have no doubt whatsoever that this person, this company or person is providing piano lessons. There you go. Very simple. Okay, so back to Elementor, and we're going to click on this section here. So maybe we want to change this picture because we have a woman here drinking a cup of coffee, sipping a cup of coffee or tea. So we want to make it more personalized and have a picture maybe of someone playing piano. So again, click on those 6 dots and then style. And then we're going to select a new picture. Upload file, select file. So I went ahead and found this one online, which looks like a piano lesson. Very good. So this is very nice. So insert media. So as you can see, this is more related to our industry, our type of business here. So this makes more sense. And then you can change this around. So again, lessons from the comfort of your home, ... and then you can add something here again. Now, if you wanted to change this, we can do this again. You can request a callback. And we're going to link this once we have our contact page sorted. So again, in a few pages, in a few steps, we'll change this around. So once we have a contact page sorted, we can change this around. Or we can do it now. It's all the same because we're going to make those changes anyway. So contact, highlight this, Control C, and then paste it here. Paste. There you go. And we do the same with the one on top. Request a callback, and then remove this one and then paste it here. So update. So let's quickly try this now. So let's go back to our home page. So request a callback. This is bringing us to the contact page. Very good. And if we scroll down, we have this piano lesson being in progress. Request a callback, and this is bringing us to the contact page. Very good. Okay, guys. So we have services now. So if we scroll down, what are the services? So basically in here, since you provide piano lessons, it might only be one thing, but depending on the type of business you're in, obviously you might want to emphasize and highlight through different services that you provide. So in this case, we had entrance doors, sliding doors, garage doors, installations and repairs. Now you might want to keep this, maybe you want to change things around or remove it all together. So let me show you how you can do this. So we have our services. At the moment, we have 4 different columns. So let's say you offer only 2 different services. How can we reduce that to 2? Simply, you right click on this and delete. So we're going to delete a column, the whole column and its content. So delete. Now we have 3 of them, and then do the same again, delete. And now we have 2 columns. As you can see, it's only 2 services. Now let's go back and reinsert our columns. And just like that, we're back with our 4 columns. So you can edit them and tweak them around again. So you can just change the picture if you wanted to, just click on it. And if you wanted to change the title, the heading here, so you could put piano lessons right here. And then maybe sheet music, I don't know, whatever, you know. And maybe you also offer guitar lessons, just never know. And maybe recording studio. And then you can change the pictures obviously to match those titles. You can have descriptions. So in here you can see this is a link that's bringing you to a different page. You might not need that. I don't think you'll need this. So you can just delete it. And do that with all of them. Delete, 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 and delete again. So there you go. This is how you can change your services section. Now it could be something else. You can call it differently. Maybe it's not services, maybe it's something else. And you can divide those 4 options here all together. Now let's say you wanted to get rid of this all together. You don't want it at all. Just get rid of it. You go on your section here and just click the X. Boom, gone. So you don't have it anymore. And again, let's say you deleted it by mistake, you want it back, or you prefer to have it, you changed your mind, you go back to history and then click on the previous step. And there you go. All our section is back now. Very simple, isn't it? So let's keep it this way. It's nice anyways. So this is kind of a testimonial section here, happy customers, where you want to build trust and credibility by showing social proofs, obviously from other customers, what people think of you, obviously, you know. So you can change the picture here. So all we do is just click on it again, just click on the picture, and we're going to upload a new one. So I found one online again of a happy man playing piano, which would be absolutely suitable here for this type of situation. There you go, very happy indeed. So now you can increase the size. So let's change this to full size. And then you can drag and drop the size and increase the size of the column. As you can see here, if we do this, just slide it, you know, slightly. So you don't want it too big, not too small, maybe just an in between, just like this would be fine. And then happy customer, this is happy, this is good, yeah. Or you can type in testimonials maybe, or references, or something like this. And type in here the testimonials themselves. So how do you change this? Very simple again. All you have to do is go into the content section, type in your testimonial section here, and then you can put the name. This is here, the small reference at the bottom, Ethan Valdez from California. And you can see this is the name here, Ethan Valdez from California. And you can even have a link. If you have a Trustpilot website or account, maybe you can link that straight to your Trustpilot account. Maybe you are receiving Google reviews, you can link straight to your Google account. And the same with Facebook. Maybe someone left a nice comment on your Facebook page and you can link it directly from here, thus increasing the trust factor, obviously, showing that this is not made up. These are real testimonials and you can bring them straight to the external source and website. So our next step, always, yeah, don't forget to update, save it. And then next section here, another one. Now it's up to you really. You can have it, you can remove it. If you think that's too much, again, you can click on it and change the content. So just for now, I'm just going to delete it. And let's say this is enough and we're happy enough with our page the way it is. So let's just keep it like this and let's click save, update. And then we go back to our page now and let's have a quick refresh and a quick review. There you go. So we now have a beautiful hero section with an appointment booking form, our contact details right there, and a clear explanation of what we do and where we are based. If we scroll down, a nice picture of ourselves playing piano, about us section explaining who we are and a bit of background story. We have a nice middle section that's compelling enough with a very nice background picture, a list of our services, and then our social proof and testimonials with a very friendly looking picture here, a happy man smiling in front of his keyboard or his piano. Now let's make sure our website is mobile friendly and will display properly on tablets as well. So back to our Elementor page here. If you go at the bottom, you have a small computer screen here. If you click on this, you can select the type of devices you want it to preview. So let's click on mobile. Now let's go back to the top. As you can see, this is how our website will look like on mobile phones. So this is a different menu straight on top with the hamburger menu. And if you scroll down, you can see everything is laid out properly. It's easy to read. Now, if you see something that's out of place or not properly laid out, you can change it from here. So far, so good. Let's keep scrolling down. Yeah, everything seems to be absolutely fine. Now, let's say, again, as I said, if something is not right, you can change it from here. So let's say this picture here, if that picture if there was a gap, let's say, between those two sections. So let me see here if I can reproduce this. Let's say 10, like this. Whatever feature you're changing, basically, you can see there's a mobile phone just next to it. Each of them options here that we change, there's mobile phone next to it. So these settings will only apply on mobile phone. So if you were to change this now, add spacing in between, it's even 25. If I wanted a white space in between like this, this will only apply on mobile phones. So basically that's what it is. So let's go back to 0 for now, because it looks better when it's attached to it. And this is how you can do it. Now you can do the same again for tablets. So this is what it would look like on tablets. Again, we have a hamburger menu on top, and then you can scroll down and make sure that everything is there and it looks neat. As you can see here, we have 2 columns. It's not attached to this because we have more space, obviously. So it's different on each and every device. The layout is slightly different. So you want to make sure that everything is okay. So all is fine here, absolutely grand. Yeah, perfect. So once you're happy, again, click update and save your changes. So back to our checklist now, we can tick this one off, homepage and mobile friendly sorted. So that's one more done. So now let's go and look after our About Us page and services page maybe. Let's do those two all together at once. So let's look after our About Us page and services. So About Us, let's have a quick look. So we have a contact details here to change. We can change our picture here. We're going to put our details right here. And I was thinking we can change the background picture here and maybe insert a video, because very often people use videos to introduce themselves, especially on an About Us section. This would be a nice thing to do. And then I'm going to show you how to tweak this around. So let's do this. So for that, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, pages, and this is About Us. So we hover on top, edit with Elementor, and we're going to open that in a new tab. There you go. So first, let's change our phone number here. So contact us, and then we're going to change the number. So let's put 0123456778. This is the number we decided it was. Very easy to remember. I wonder if such number exists actually. And we're going to change our picture. So again, just click on the picture on the blue pencil here in the corner, all the same. And then we're going to upload a new one. So again, scoured the internet. I found this one here that looks nice. Okay. There you go. Very nice, isn't it? As you can see, there's a bit of gap in between. So you can change that, increase the width again. But you want it to be the same width as the column just on top. So you might just leave it the way it is. Just let me go back now. I should have done this. There you go. This is fine. There's a background color anyways, But you can change the background color to match this one. So if you wanted to do that, how do you do this? Basically, you click on the column here. And we go into Style. And you can see there's a background color here we can select. So we're going to select something maybe on the dark brownish side. Maybe something like this. Might be better. Or maybe the same color as this one. Let me choose this now. Let's see, Style. I'm going to select this color, put the same. So we're going to copy. And then we go back to the other column underneath. And we're going to paste it here. Okay. As you can see, the color is repeating here at the bottom because it's the background color of this section. So now it's a lot better, isn't it? A lot better. Okay, this is fine. So who we are, here you can type in any text basically, you know. So if you put an about us section, so basically it's everything about yourself, your type of business, the person you are, where you're based, where you're located, your type of customers. So in here you type basically everything you want in there. And then we scroll down, and as we said, we're going to change the background picture here, which is not really related to our industry here, piano lessons. So we click on this again, those 6 dots, and then select style. And we're going to click on the picture here, and we're going to replace it with a new one. So again, I found one online. Maybe you can try this one here. Was it the one? No, I don't think so. Maybe this one, I think. Okay. Let's try this one. Right, and then insert media. And now, as you can see, we have someone playing the piano. So this is much better, isn't it? Now, when you add pictures on your website, you want to try not to have twice the same picture on your website. It's much better. It brings more quality to your website, and it will be much more attractive to your visitors as well. Because maybe you have the same feeling as myself, but if I go on a website and I see the same picture on the homepage and on the About Us section, I'm like, oh well, they didn't put much effort, they just copied and pasted the same thing twice, you know. So if you want to give a different feel, a different vibe on each and every page, so ideally you'd like to have different pictures. Okay, so we said we're going to insert a video here. So let's do this. So we go back to our 9 dots here to see all our elements. And we select the video elements, drag and drop, and we're going to drop it right here. So this is too small, as you can see, compared to the text. So we want the emphasis put on the video, not so much the text. We want them to click on the video. So we're going to increase the video size. So we have the section in the in-between section here. Click on it, and you see you have double arrows, left and right. And with this, you can change the width of your section. So let's make it a little bit bigger. So maybe just about here, I'd say. Let's see now. Maybe like that. Yeah, okay. That's perfect. So this is our video. So if you click on the video here, you can see this is our link to a YouTube video. But maybe you don't have a YouTube account, maybe you have a Vimeo account, or maybe you just have the video. Maybe you recorded it on your phone. So you can select the drop down menu here, the source. You can see Vimeo, Dailymotion, or self-hosted. Self-hosted is any MP4 file that you can upload onto your server. So very easy indeed. So in our case, we're just going to keep this one. You know, this is the demo one that comes with the Elementor, the one they have by default, which is fine for our tutorial. Now we're going to change this here. So you want to put the emphasis on the video content. So you want them to watch, obviously. So maybe watch our intro video. Simply put, you know, keep it easy and simple. And then again, maybe some text. Yeah, maybe a quick tour of our recording and music studio based in central London. Let's say something simple like this. And then you want maybe to have contact us, request a callback. So we can change this again. Request a callback. Simple as just like this. And then the callback is linked to the contact page. So right click on the contact page, link, copy link address, and then we're going to paste it here, Control V, and then update. So always save your work each and every step of the way, just to be on the safe side. We just never know. And then if we scroll down, you can see here have numbers speak for themselves. So it might not be applicable to your type of business, or maybe you don't want this on your website. This is again just an example here of what could be there, you know. So you could have those numbers. So if you're happy enough with this, how can you change them? Very simply, click on them, and you can see we have a starting number and an ending number. So you can change the number here, maybe I don't know, 122. So 122, And then instead of satisfied customers, you could put piano students. This would be fine. And as you can see, we have a counter that goes up to 122 piano students. Maybe you don't want the plus. You can remove this because that's the suffix. And then you have a prefix as well. You can put this, you could put anything, you know, anything you want really there. And then maybe you've been a professional piano player for maybe over 20 years. So 20 years of experience. And then you can do the same with this one and assign this to something else. Now let's say you don't want 3 of them. Maybe you would only want 2 of them. Again, you can click on this section here. Or let's say this one here. Click on the column sign. Right click and delete. And now we have only 2. And let's say you wanted to change the background color. You can see this is white here, but you want it maybe a different color. So let's say we're going to style. And now you can select your own color. So maybe you wanted it to be dark, like this. And maybe you want the font to be of a certain different color. So you can click on this now. And we're going to style. There you go. And we have number and title. So let's select a color for our number. Maybe you want this to be white. And then we have the title as well. So this is the additional bit here. And then you might want to do this maybe in a bright gray like this, maybe. There you go. How's that? Much better, isn't it? So this is it. This is how you can change your different layout and settings. Now you have only 2 different sections. Maybe this is the only 2 points you want to emphasize. Right, so underneath this, again, we have a few different sections. Now feel free to tweak them around or delete some, swap them. Again, if you wanted this to be maybe underneath those 3 columns, drag and drop it just below. You could be inserting it in different sections again, but we're going to just leave it for here. We're just going to leave it now where it is. So that's basically it, isn't it? Now let's say you wanted to add an additional section, maybe not something that's pre-made like this. You wanted to add your own touch. So what you can do simply is click on the plus sign here at the bottom, and you can add a different section. So you can select full width, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, left sidebar, right sidebar, etc., etc. So let's say you wanted to add maybe 2 columns like this, and then in one of them we're going to add some text. This one here. Okay, we're going to add a heading just right there on top. Perfect. And in this one, maybe you want to add something a bit different. Maybe you can add some progress bars. There you go. I'm going to put this here. As you can see, you can have a progress bar with your skills. So you can duplicate this. So duplicate. There you go. So you could change this and then put very quickly, you know, our skills, a description, and then your skills. Here you can put maybe piano. How good are you at playing piano? You should be excellent, I suppose, you know. So let's put it 94. Let's remain humble. No one is 100%. And then we have this one here. Recording studio, your skills. You have to be good, maybe 89. And this one, we said you also play guitar. Guitar player. And we're going to put maybe an 81 for this. So we can mix and match. So let's put this maybe in between. There you go. How's that? Isn't that nice? Oh yeah, and we can change the text, obviously, that goes on it. So it says here, web designer, piano. So piano player. I'm going to change those. We have guitar player, Control C, Control V. So it's up to you. You can have it or not. You can delete it as well, you know. So if I remove this, it's just the bar in itself, or you can add something, add some text in it. Simple as. How's that? Very nice, isn't it? So let's see if we can change the color now of the progress bar. So we have the color here. So maybe you want it to be maybe a blue, like this. And maybe you want this one to be a different color. So we're going to style again. Color, And then this one might be red. And let's say the piano, because this is your main activity, your main instrument that you play. Maybe something very nice and bright. Maybe a green side. Greenish. There you go. And then click update. That's it. How's that? Not too bad, is it? Very good. Okay, so that's us done for the home, the About Us page. So let's have a quick look. So this is what our page used to look like. If we scroll down, so this was before. And then let's refresh. And now we have the after. Very good. So it's all piano related. So maybe you should have changed this header section as well. So back to Elementor. Scroll back up. And we're going to select our section here, the 6 dots. Click on it, click on style, and we're going to add a new picture. So let's go ahead with this, and let's select maybe this one here, or this one with 2 people playing piano. Very nice. Insert. Oh, that's too small, you see. That's why I said you need to have a high resolution picture, at least 1920 by 1080. So let's upload this one, insert media, okay. And then you can reposition it. So as you can see, this is fine. This is taking the whole width, but we don't see the piano. Maybe you want to show the sheet music. So we have position here, select this, and then center, center, center left, center right, top center. So let's go top center, okay. And then we have bottom center. So this is the emphasis on someone playing. So this is much better. And again, even if you're using the same picture, as I said, you would try to avoid that. But with this positioning, it could look like it's a different picture altogether. And then again, we can change maybe the overlay to a different color. So let's go with something a bit more blue, because we said we're going to use a bit more blue than this color that's initially on it. Okay, just like that. So update now. And let's have a quick refresh. There you go. Now this is all related to piano, isn't it? Very nice indeed. So what we could do, as you can see, this is not really centered properly. Maybe we can position our picture right at the bottom here. So let's do that. Small tweaks again. And then here we're going to go into style. Okay, and here we're going to select our column right here, this one. And then we're going to select the vertical align because it's vertical align. And then we're going to select bottom. So let me scroll a little bit. As you can see, it's in the middle at the moment. So we're just going to select bottom, and there you go. Bloop, it goes straight at the bottom. And now we can update. And now if we refresh, as you can see, this makes more sense. This is more structurally sound. As you can see, it makes more sense like this, doesn't it? Perfect. This is very nice. So let's keep it like this. So next step, services. And this one has an interesting layout. As you can see here, if we scroll down, if you click on this, it opens up. It's an accordion menu, basically. Very nice. You can click on them, open them all, or just open one by one. It's really up to you. So it's a nice, very nice transition effect, isn't it? And then we have all our services here just underneath. And again, a nice picture. So let's go and change this together. So back to our WordPress dashboard, pages, and we're going to select our services page, this one. Edit with Elementor, right click, open in new tab. And from here, let's take care of our background picture first. So let's click on this. And again, style, and select picture, upload files, select files. And I went ahead and I selected another 2 online. So let's go with this one. Insert media. And as you can see, it's not really positioned properly. So again, we're going to try maybe bottom center. There you go. This is better. There you go. This is piano related. And then again, we're going to change our phone number. So 01 234 5678. Very good. So here in services, you can put some introductory message here or something. And let's take care of our drop down, our toggle menu here. So as you can see, we have different elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you click on them, it will open up, and then we have the content. So the same way, if your visitors go on your website and click on the title, and it will open up the description. So in here, you can put maybe piano lessons. This one here could be recording studio. Oh. And then this one we said sheet music, etc. And then you can put the content here, change this obviously, you know. So you can tweak this around basically. So you can add and remove some as well. So if you wanted to add some, you can just click on this or add item. Add item. So you put the title, new item, and then the toggle content goes here. Type in anything you want. There you go. And if you close this now, you can see this is part of our website now. Very simple. And if you wanted to remove one item, you just click on the X and it will delete it. And then as always, just click update. And let's go and change our picture here on the side. Something more relevant. And as always, upload files, select files. And let's select something that's, oh, maybe this one. This is nice. Or this one here. Open. Insert media. And then we can list our services right here. So we said the first one was piano lessons. We said we had studio recording. We said we had sheet music. And then maybe that's enough because that's all we want to highlight. So then we can delete the others. So we keep piano lesson, studio recording, and sheet music. And then delete, delete, and delete. You only need to keep the essentials basically. You don't have to fill up space just for the sake of filling up space, obviously. So just keep it simple and straightforward based on your own requirements. And then we're going to change our pictures here. So let's put one for piano lessons. Let's select maybe piano lessons, or maybe 2 students. Let me upload one. So we can see we have one with students here, maybe this one. Insert media. And then we have a studio recording. Upload. I found one online, this one here, that's a recording studio. And then choose image, upload. So we try to find something with sheet music. I think I found one here, just right there. Open, insert, and there you go. So this is, you always want to have a picture that actually depicts exactly the situation and what you want to convey in your text and what's related to it, just next to it right here, okay? So very good. And then we change our picture here again. And then style, edit. So let's select a nice picture. And then I think I had another one here. This one here. Someone playing the piano. A grand piano. This one, look at this. Beautiful, isn't it? And then again, you can change this. So let's change this one here. Just this one together. Again, request a callback. And we said this was linked to the contact page. Contact page, right click on it. Copy link. Back here. And paste. And then update. There you go, guys. See, this is our services page. So this is what our services page used to look like initially. And now let's refresh. There you go. Now we see piano. We can see piano here. All the things related to piano. Piano lessons, studio recording, sheet music. And then a beautiful picture here of someone playing a grand piano. So it's very nice indeed, as you can see. So we can tick those one off now. Okay, so let's tick those one off. So we have about us done. We have services done. So next step is portfolio, FAQ, and contact us page and form. Okay, so let's go back here on top. So we have portfolio now. So portfolio basically is where you show pictures of your work. So this might not be applicable in the case of a piano lesson website, but depending on the type of industry you're in, this might be very helpful indeed to showcase your work. If you're an artist, if you're maybe a builder, you'd like to show houses, maybe you're a cleaner and you want to show a yard that you've cleaned with power washer or something like this. Maybe you're a painter, you could have the before and after pictures. So let me show you how you can do this. So back again to our pages here. So we're going to Portfolio, Edit with Elementor, right click, open a new tab. As you can see, we have intro picture here and all that. So we're just going to focus for this one on the portfolio section here. So all the pictures. So we scroll straight down here. So if you click on this here, as you can see, this is an image gallery. So you can upload as many pictures as you want, and you have different features here. You can display them in full, or you can decide how many columns you want. What sort of link do you want them to display in a lightbox, and order by. So lightbox basically is when you click on the picture. I'm showing you now. There you go. It will open up in a lightbox. So basically in front of you, straight up, and it will gray out everything that's in the background. And then you can click left or right to go from one picture to the other. So ideally here, to be honest, you would want to have the pictures all the same size. So let's say if you're taking picture using your phone, try to upload all the pictures from the same phone so they'll all be the same size and perfectly centered as well in the middle. Because if you have pictures of different sizes, you'll see a big picture, then a small one, then a bigger one, and then so on. And it will look a bit disorderly, if you know what I mean. So it won't be as neat. So there you go. So this is our gallery here. So what if you wanted to change those pictures? You can see we have 9 pictures at the moment. Maybe you want to add more. So all you have to do is click on this pencil here. Click on that. And you can click Add to Gallery. And we're going to select all these first pictures. So 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There you go. And then we're going to add to gallery. So upload as many as you want. So now we have 12 of them, plus the ones we had already initially. So let's delete these ones now. Delete, 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 delete. Delete, delete, and delete. There you go. We have only our 12 pictures now, and then insert gallery. There you go. And as you can see, it looks beautiful. And as I mentioned, you'd like to have the pictures all the same size so they match each other. You can see it's evenly distributed as well. Now you want maybe to have only 2 columns. As you can see here, we just select the columns. So you have bigger pictures, or maybe you want them a bit smaller. Maybe you want four columns, just like that. So obviously you'd want to have an equal number of the amount of columns. If it's you can divide it by the amount of columns, obviously, you know. So 12 is, you can divide it by 2 and by 3 and by 4. But look, if I go by 5, then obviously we have empty gaps here, which is not, that doesn't look great. So basically you might want to keep this in mind, you know. There you go. So if we update now, and we go to our portfolio page, so this is our page initially, and this is what it looks like now. We have pictures related to piano and keyboard, someone playing the keyboard, piano, and sheet music and all that. So this is more appropriate based to our requirements here. And again, we can change our background picture here. Let's do that quickly together. So click on this, go into style, select a picture, and let's go with this one here. The initial one, insert, there you go, and then update, and that's it. I think this is fine. And as always, obviously we've done that a few times now. You can always click on this and change it around. You can add a video, you can add an image, a picture. It's really up to you. And the phone number, obviously, you know. Let's quickly change our phone number. We said 0123456778. There you go. Very good. So this is our portfolio page taken care of. Now let's go back to our website, and the next one is FAQ, so frequently asked questions. Right, so there's a few pictures here. You can see 1, 2, and 3 pictures. We can change this first, And then frequently asked questions, basically you're going to put all the questions that your students are usually asking. So when they go on your website, instead of ringing you and asking for information, they'll find it straight up right there on this page. So again, we go back to our pages here, and then we have FAQ. Right click, open a new tab. So first, let's go and change our background pictures, and then right click on our section, edit section, style, change this. So I'm going to put a big picture here, maybe a broad one. Let's see the size, 1700, no, 1900, yes. Recording studio here, the piano. Okay, let's select this one here, the piano one. Okay, that's fine. We can change this one as well, put a piano instead. Style. And then again, you want to make sure it is large enough, you know. So this one here would be nice. It's a bit different tone, different color. And then we're gonna change the position. So again, we're gonna bottom center. No, maybe top center. There you go, with the piano immediately there. And the bottom one here. But maybe you just want those two sections. You'll be happy enough with that, you know. You can keep it. It's up to you, really. You don't really have to have all these sections. So just for the sake of our tutorial, just delete this one here. I think it's be fine, because you have the header, your questions, and then the footer. That's all we need, really, isn't it? So let's change our phone number here again. So 0123456778. And let's take care of our frequently asked questions. So click on this, and again, same principle as the previous page. You can click on this and you can ask your question. So first questions, let's say, how much do you charge per lesson? And then in here you can put the details. So let's say this one here. Do you call to our house, or do we have to come to your studio? And then give the answer. And then maybe, what are your working hours? And so on. And then you can put all these questions with the answers. And once you're happy, click update. And again, if you wanted to add more, click on add item, and you can easily add a new question. So add a new question, and then the answer goes here, just like that. And again, once you're happy, click update. And that's it. Now, if you only have 3 or 4 questions, you don't need this many, you can just click on this and delete. Click this, update. Okay, let's have a look now. Let's refresh. Okay, so with FAQs, our phone number, frequently asked questions, and then straight to the footer. That's really all we need, isn't it? Again, there's no need to overload the page just for the sake of adding content. The simpler, the better. That's it. So very nice. So as you can see here, people can click on the sign, the plus sign, to open it. And as you can see, by default, the first question and answer it's opened already, you know. So you might want to focus on this one and make sure that the very first question is the one that people ask you the most often. Make sure it is right there, because you have the question and answer already displayed. The others, they'll have to click on it, you know, to open them. But the very first one by default will be open. So try to remember that when you're designing this page. Okay, so next we have our contact page already. Very good. So contact page, we said we're going to put our details, and we're going to create a form here as well. So request a callback form. So let's go into our page now. So contact page, right click, open a new tab. So again, you can change the header picture. So let's do this. Style, change the picture. We're going to select a piano, maybe this one here. Insert. And we're going to center that on top center. There you go. We have a nice piano. So contact. and then we can change those details. So we're going to change our address here. So click on this, and then you can put your address here. So number 152, street name, name, city, and then maybe your region. You can put your phone number. So we can have 1 or 2 numbers, as you can see, but let's stick to just 1 for now. So 01 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 phone number, and maybe you can select your opening hours. So you can see weekdays 9 a.m. 7 p.m. So maybe that's a bit late. This, let's say 5 p.m. or maybe you do this only in the evenings. So maybe you start at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. 10 p.m. It's really up to you. And then weekends you can do the same. You could have maybe 10 a.m. up until maybe 4 p.m. And instead of saying weekends, maybe Saturdays only. There you go, Saturdays. And then, oops. There you go. And then your email address and contact details. So you might have only one email address. So remember we said it was hello or contact or sales. Let's say hello at, and then yourdomainname.com. Put your email address right here and then update. And you can see we have our social media icons here. So this one, just click on it. And you can see these are social icons. So if you click on this, Facebook, you can have, where instead of the hashtag, you can put the link to your Facebook page. So I'm just going to put here any link here all together. I'm just going to right click on this, copy link, I'm going to paste it here. Okay. And you want to make sure that when they are on your website, that they're not leaving your website. So if they click on your social media, it's going to open a new tab in a new window. So you see that small gear, click on this and make sure that the option open in a new window is ticked. So this way, they're not going to leave your website. Your website still be opened, but just going to open a different window, which is very important, you know, because you put all the effort to get people to your website and then they click on social media and then they get distracted and never come back and you're going to lose the sale, obviously. So we have Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. So Google+ is gone, so you can delete this, but maybe you don't have a LinkedIn account either. Maybe you have just Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So how do you add another social media account? Click on the icon here and then Instagram, there you go. And then you select the icon related to your social media and then insert. And then again, you put your link here and make sure that this is ticked open in a new window. But maybe you want the actual colors from this social media. So as you can see, if you click on Facebook here, you can select official color. And you can see it's not displaying the official color. It's all grayed out, dark gray here. And the reason is because you have, if you go into style, we have a primary color. So if you remove this color now and click on the arrow to clear, you can see these are the actual official colors now. So if we go back to content, Instagram, official color, yeah, there you go. We have Twitter official color and Facebook official color. And now you can see this is the blue Twitter and this is the blue from Facebook. And then click update. And that's it. All done. Now let's go and add our request a callback section. So we said we're going to do this here. So request a callback. And let's not forget to change our phone number here. So 01234567 8. And if we click on this here, you see this is our WordPress Forms ID 6, or the one we use on the home page. Now let's create a new one just for the request a callback. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, WP Forms, and this time we're going to add a new one. So just to save us the hassle, we can just duplicate this one for now. Okay. It's much easier than to start from scratch. And then we're going to click on this and we're going to rename it. So this is request a callback, and this goes on the contact page. So it's always easy to identify where the way it's being used, you know. So click on fields. So request a callback. What do you need for someone to ring someone back? You need their names, obviously. You don't need their email address. You need their phone number. That you need. Service required. So we said, where will the lesson take place? Maybe not. Just remove this. Okay. And we can change this field and just leave a comment. Simple. So additional message. Okay. And then we go into this and we're going to change this and we put leave a comment. There you go. Let's keep it very simple for now. Save. And let's make sure this email is going to reach us. Okay, this is our email address and we have the confirmation message. Once you're happy, click save. And then we can close. And we're going to copy and paste this shortcode here. So select it, copy, and we go back to Elementor. And we now click on this and we're going to select there and paste it. Save. Now, if you go back to our contact page, let's refresh. As you can see, we have now a piano here on top. We have a contact number, our details changed, and our social media accounts. And we have request a callback. So let's say my name is John Doe. What's my phone number? There you go. And I'm going to leave a comment. Would like to learn how to play the piano or keyboard. That's a bit different. There you go. And then send a message. There you go. Thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. So now this email, this contact form will be sent to you. The content will be sent to you to your email address, and you receive that, and then you can get in touch with them. So very, very handy indeed. So let's change the map here. And to change the address, very simple, you know, all you have to do is just click on the pencil here again. And we're going to put the address here. So let's say, I'll just select a UK postcode here. So there you go, in central London. So this is showing us exactly where it is. So now you might want to zoom in or zoom out. So let's go to 15. So the bigger the number, the closer you are, and you basically zoom in as you increase the numbers, and the smaller the number, you're actually zooming out. So let's say we'll be fine like this. You keep it like this, and you can increase the height, you can make it bigger, or you can make it smaller. It's really up to you. If you want it to be a bit more discreet, maybe 350 like this would be fine. Then click update. Then we go back to our contact page, and then we're going to click again here to refresh. There you go. And now we have our address right here. So if someone was to go on your website using a mobile phone, they could click immediately on it and find directions, easily find directions to your premises. Very good, very good, very good. So that's us all done, I think, for our pages now. So let's have a look at our checklist. Yes, we indeed are making great progress. So we can tick this one off, portfolio, FAQs. We have this done, and contact us page as well, and the contact form, this is done as well. So I'm going to show you how to add more pages now, and our menu and footer section and all this. Okay, so next step is to add more pages. So to add more pages, basically back to our WordPress dashboard, pages, and then click add new. There you go. So this is basically Gutenberg. This is not Elementor. So first we have to type in our title. So this new page title right here. You click on publish. Click publish again. And then you're going to click edit with Elementor. So this is the only time we can do this now. So let's click on this. And now we have Elementor again. And as I've showed you before, if you wanted to add new elements, you can either select the element itself, drag and drop it here. That's it. Or you can create a new section, which is usually the best thing to do, you know, select your structure first. So let's say we go with the 3 columns first. There you go. And then we go into our elements, and then you can add a heading, and maybe some text. And then you want to add a picture. And then here you might want to add a video. So that's basically it, you know. And once you're happy again with your page, you click update. And if you go back to Elementor, exit to dashboard, click on the WP Forms home again, and there you go. As you can see, we have a new page title right here, and this is our new page. So this is how you can add basically a new page to your WordPress installation. Now let's take care of our menu section. As you can see, of home, about, services, and all this. Now you might not want to have all these. Maybe you don't want a portfolio and FAQ, so we can remove this. And we're going to change this appointment button here to actually bring us to our contact page. We said it was for request a callback. So let's take care of this. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, appearance, and then customize. Okay. So there are three things you need to take care of. We have our logo, we have the menu, and we have the call to action button. So let's click on the call to action button. So if you hover on top, you have the small pencil again. Click on that, and you can see it says appointment. So we're going to call this request a callback. Now we said this is linked to our contact page. So we're going to go on the contact page, select the URL, Control C, or you can right click on the tab here, the menu tab here, copy link address, and we're going to paste it in here when it says link. Okay, and then publish. So if we now go to our home page here and click on request a callback, this will bring us right here. We have our form and they can fill out their details. So that's very nice, isn't it? Okay, and then we have our logo here. So if you already have your logo, all you have to do is click on this and click change image, upload file, and upload your logo. So let's just assume you don't have a logo. I'm going to show you how to create a logo for free, completely free of charge. So we go into Canva, so canva.com, canva.com. So you go through the registration process and then you'll be redirected to this page. And from here in the search box, you just type in logo. So I'm already logged in, obviously myself, I have an account with them. It's a free account, by the way. And then you can select any logo. So let's say if you wanted to call this piano lessons. So you can scroll through the different options here. And once you find something that catches your fancy, something you like, you can just go with it. So I'm looking for something simple, maybe this one here. Something simple, you know, something streamlined. Okay, so we have this here, and you can see we have an image and all that. So let's delete this, and let's look for piano. We're going to add an element here. Click on elements, and click piano, and then search. Okay, so we could add this. This would look nice, wouldn't it? Well, this is a piano now, and that makes sense. And then we're going to just put here piano lessons, make it a bit bigger so that it will fit. Okay, just like this. Move this to the left, and then maybe professional here. Teacher, professional teacher. There you go. Why not? Okay, so we're happy enough with this. And then let's keep our background color, or we can change it maybe to a bluish color. As we said, we were in the blue color. So let's select this blue. We're happy enough with this. And now if you're happy with that, okay, we just download. It's very simple, as you can see, you know. So you can select as a PNG or JPEG. So let's select as a JPEG, because the PNG, it's a clear background, so they'll charge you for this, it's premium. And we go with the free option again. So this is absolutely fine. So click download. As you can see, it's downloading, and I'm going to save it along with our different pictures here. Save. And now we go back to our Elementor page here. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to upload our logo now. So let's do this. So we click on that, upload file, select file, and we're going to select our piano. Select. Now, as you can see, this is a square picture. So there's a gap on top, a gap on the bottom. So what we're going to do, we're going to edit that picture and crop it. So we'll click on this, edit image here, and it's going to open a new window. And we're going to click on crop. So crop image. And as you can see with those dots, we can drag and drop them. And we're going to bring this down a little bit, bring this down a little bit, up a little bit. There you go. And this looks like about the right size. And then you click on crop again. There you go. And this is our logo that's resized. And then don't forget to save. There you go. So this is our new logo as it is. So we can close this now. If we go back to our page, we click choose image. So there you go. As you can see, this is our logo now, but it's not displaying yet. And the reason is because I'm using a 4K screen here. So for screen with high resolution, you can see a different logo for Retina devices. So basically, screen with high resolution, you have to add your logo right here. So do the same operation here, the same thing. Click on this, select your logo, choose image, and that's it. And now we have our logo right here. But as you can see, it's a bit on the small size. So what we need to do is just to change the width. So you can change this, drag and drop, and make it bigger. So make it the size you want it, maybe like this would be just perfect. And then publish. Okay, so we can close all these windows now. So let's go back to our website. And as you can see, we have our own logo now right there on top. This is our own personal logo that we've designed ourselves. And then we have our fav icon, so favorite icon. So basically what's a favorite icon is this one here that shows on the browser tab next to your website. So people know when they're browsing and have more than one tab where your website is located in the menu section here. So how to change this? Scroll down right to the bottom here after we've changed our logo. And you see here it says select site icon. So site icon, fav icon, favorite icon, it's all the same. So it has to be a square picture, which is very handy because the one we created, our logo, is actually square. So we're going to select this, open, okay, and then select. And we're going to keep it the way it is. It's absolutely fine. And then crop image, and then publish. And as you can see immediately from here, we already have our favorite icon right there, just like this. You can see now it's showing up right there next to our name. So that's how we can identify where your website is located in all those tabs. So let's take care of the menu options here. Let me show you quickly how to do this as well. So X out of this. And we now go into appearance, menus. And this is our menu, as you can see, home, about, services, portfolio, FAQ, contact, home, about, services, portfolio, FAQ, and contact. Now, let's say you don't want the FAQ section and you don't want the portfolio. So how can you remove them? Very easily. Click on this, remove, click on this, remove, remove, and save. And if you go back to our home page and refresh, as you can see, we're only 4 sections now: home, about, services, and contact. Now, what if you wanted to add a page? So we had our page that we created ourselves. So you see, you have pages here with posts, custom links, and categories. So pages, under pages, we have our new page title. Remember, that's the page we created. Maybe you want to add this. So click add to menu, and you can drag and drop it wherever you want. There you go. And as you can see, you can, if you have an indentation, it means that it will be you have the menu, services, and then the new page will be a sub menu. So let me show you quickly. Save, refresh, and now we have a drop down section. You see? Okay, so let's remove this now. Let's delete this one, remove, and let's add our 2 pages. So we had the portfolio and FAQ. We add them again, and we might want to reorder this. I'll put the FAQ there and the portfolio right here. And if you go back to our page and refresh, as you can see, all our tabs are now back as they were. So this is how you can add or remove items from your menu section. So this is all done. Our menu section is taken care of. So let's take care of our footer now. So right here at the bottom. So how can you change this? Back to our WordPress dashboard, appearances, customize. And we have the footer builder, which is here at the bottom. So at the moment, all we have is the copyright and HTML code, basically. So if you click on the HTML code here, you can see this is what is powered by, and then the site title. So we'll fetch the site title automatically, but maybe you want to put something else here, or you want to add more things to your footer section. So how can you add more stuff? As you can see, you have those different sections here, 1, 2, 3 columns or 2 columns. Okay, so let me just remove myself because you can see here the background. Sorry about that. Now, as you can see here, we have all our sections, you know. Now, if you wanted to add something, because if you have a quick look here, it says copyright 2021 Mr. Web Reviews and then powered by Mr. Web Reviews. That's a bit redundant, isn't it? So you might want to add something else, maybe your social media links. So you can delete this. And if you right click now here, click on it, sorry, not right click, click on it. You have all these different options of things you can add. And among them, you have the social. So click on this. And if you click on your social now, we have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram again. So these ones from before that we had, they'll be added here automatically. And then you can select this and add your link and URLs just like we did it before, you know. And just click publish. And if we quickly refresh here, we can have a quick look. Now we have a social media icon. So if someone wants to look at it on a phone, usually someone clicks top to bottom, straight to the bottom, they'll find your social media account. They can just click on it and get in touch with you. So very handy indeed. So this is our menu and footer section concluded. Okay, so we're nearly there, guys. So we can tick this one off. So add more pages, that's done. Menu, create a free logo and Favicon done as well, and our footer section taken care of. So now all the finishing touches, that's all. Final tweaks before launch. So double check everything, Lightspeed cache, maintenance, and then that's us done. Okay, so let's do all this together, the last few tweaks. Okay, so clearly before you go live, you want to make sure everything is fine on your website. So you want to double check everything, typos, titles, make sure the images are centered and all that. So go through all the pages one by one, take your time, even an hour or two, you know, doesn't matter. Go through all the text and make sure all is typed in properly. There's no typo or grammatical error or any of them. And you go through all the pages one by one. And as well, you make sure that all the links on your website are linked properly. So if you go on the home page, for instance, you can see request a callback. Make sure this link is working. And make sure the link in the menu section is working and so on. You try your portfolio section as well. Check and see if the pictures are showing up, if they're displaying properly. So basically, yeah, that's it. Basically, try everything on your website just to make sure everything is fine. And once you're happy enough, we go back to our WordPress dashboard and we're going to go and enable the last plugins. So then we go and activate our Lightspeed cache. So plugins, install plugins, and now we can enable activate Lightspeed cache. So click on this. Okay, so this is done. Now one more step. We're going to the maintenance mode and you're going to switch that off altogether. And then this is the very last click before we go live. Click save. And that's it, guys. Now you're officially live for everyone to see in the world. So well done, congratulations, and all the best with your website. Okay, so let's tick all these last boxes together. So double check everything. Tick, Lightbox done, maintenance done, and now tell everyone, of course, that's what you want to do. You want to tell the world and advertise yourself, of course. You know, not that you have your beautiful website up and running. You're going to tell everyone on social media. So let's click tell everyone, and that's it. And again, all the best with your website, and thanks for watching.